till now today?
I mean, we'll answer that as we get into the drafts, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 1 in our highlighted match of the day, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy A55, A35 5G. Hylos, Edith, Alpha banned out by the Red Robots. Meanwhile, the Kings of Kings go in for the Chip, the Ling, as well as that Harith, which means for the first time today, Phoveus does get let open. And it is going to be picked in for Bigetron, and RRQ respond very quickly with that Terizla.
Great pick. I wanted to say that Terizla Vexana usually is the option to go for when you're up against the Phoveus. Terizla wins out in the lane against the Phoveus, can win out in the lane. I'll have to re-emphasize there because it's a skill matchup at the end of the day. But yeah, we have seen Terizla work out against the Phoveus. Usually we see the Vexana as well, but the fact that they pick up the Terizla here means that there should be no flex potential. We have never seen RRQ flex the Terizla before. It's usually the Edith that they decide to flex, even though Aurora, but never the Terizla. It is the combo indeed. Terizla, Vexana.
Immediately, right? So no Roger pickup here from the side of RRQ. They're saying that, yeah, go ahead, pick up the Roger, Bigetron. We are not afraid. We have something under our sleeve. Bigetron, I expect if not a Roger and maybe Edith. Well, not the Edith since they have the Phoveus. Maybe a gold lane just makes sense here. Secure a hero for Emon as well.
What are we thinking about? Roger? Is that the option?
Yeah, they could go Roger. If they go Roger, I think they go Zosk as well. Oh, but they go Roger and Mathilda. So this is the combination we've seen even from Geek Fam. Remember, Mathilda, Phoveus. Usually on the Phoveus, once you jump in, you either win the fight or you die. Now with the Mathilda, you can get out, but that's a Fanny Sutsujin. Wow, his debut on the Fanny.
Perfect timing as well. No Ruby, no Kufra, right? Because the Mathilda is already locked in, so no Kufra, but the Ruby, though, may be banned here for that second phase. So very good, considering that, yeah, minimum crowd control as of yet from the side of Bigetron.
As of yet, indeed. But yeah, the Ruby can still be flexed into the gold lane. We've seen a lot of teams do that too. Utilize heroes that aren't easily picked off, especially when you see an assassin in the hands of none other than Sutsujin. Brody gets eliminated, which kind of bears the same idea, right? Brody is an MM, a marksman hero that really can stand on its own against heroes like the Fanny. But of course, the Moskov is still an option if they do want to go for it.
That's really interesting, the Brody ban, right? Because there's a Terizla there. Usually when you see the Terizla, they're going to be more open to the Brody, but yes, you have Brody, you have ways to deal with the Fanny, and that's probably the only stopper that they have left. I think that should be the Ruby ban, last for RRQ Hoshi. Yeah, this should be the Ruby ban, unless they want to pick it up for themselves. Ito has been amazing on the Ruby. Bigetron Alpha, puts them in a tough spot right now. It's the roam and the mid lane. What are they going to ban out? It's going to be the Franco from Edok taken out.
Some more pickoffs potentially, right? Bigetron, they understand that right now they have some sort of a composition that is close range, so they do not want to deal with heroes that can tempo break or break your tempo. Let's see though, Ruby actually might come through for the side of RRQ for that first pick. Yeah. Will Bigetron sniff that out though?
I think they either ban the Moskov here, pick up the Ruby, or ban the Ruby, pick up the Moskov, right? Or leave the Moskov open, go for Natan last pick. Because the Natan is a pretty good matchup against the Moskov, then you'll also have plan B for yourself if the Fanny, Terizla, Vexana trio mid does not work out. A lot of different options for RRQ. Bigetron though, the options remain kind of limited in my opinion right now, with the Phoveus already going to XP. It is, none of the above. They decide to ban out the Valentina, a hero that Moreno has been able to play, utilize a whole lot. The Kaja banned out 2 of the pickoffs, taking out Ruby. Should be the pick here. That's the only pick that could actually stop this Fanny.
All right, we'll see. There you go, Ruby. Ruby picked up in by RRQ first, so they were able to steal it away. But with the Valentina being banned out and the fact that RRQ went in for the Vexana, could Moreno potentially pick up something like the Faramis to deny the kill pressure from the Fanny?
I think they can, yeah. The Faramis would be a pretty good option. Mathilda plus Faramis, that's a double utility setup. But then in the gold lane, they cannot go Moskov. If they go Moskov here, this is a free Natan pick for RRQ Hoshi. Or even worse, do they want to go for Iksha even, right? I mean, this is a tough time for BTR here. I wonder what they're going to go for last pick, because they go Moskov, I don't like it.
We need range, right? Sort of. Maybe we might see... Oh no, there's a Fanny. It's going to be tough. I was thinking like a Sicilian savior, but then, I think they want to go for... they're doubling down, right? Close range. brawly bruiser type composition here. Front to back with the Nolan and the Fairness. Team fight is the way to go.
They're eliminating that kill pressure coming in from the Fanny as well. But with the Nolan against the Ruby, that is still going to be a challenge that Super Ken does have to face, which means that Roger will be placed into the hands of Iman. RRQ, how do they close this? Do they put the Ruby in the roam? Do they put the Ruby in the gold lane?
Melissa! Oh, wow. Well, that's your answer. They put the Fanny in the jungle. That is my signature pick in RRQ's hands. Melissa against the Fairness is great. Especially if Bigetron Alpha want to clump up, but there are ways to deal with this, especially with the Phobias on the Vengeance. I don't know how the interaction plays out because I've never gone up against a Phobias on the Melissa, but I think the Infernal Pursuit should be able to bypass the go away. And if that is the case, there are going to be a lot of tools from Bigetron Alpha to actually shut down his Melissa.
And also, don't forget the guiding wind from the Matilda to aid in that venture as well.
Let's see though, I think this might be a debut for Melissa this season.
And remember, last time we saw the Melissa meta, it was CW. It was Saken even, but never Skylar. When he played it, it was never good. And he brought Flicker on the Melissa back
Maybe
then.
it's time for things to change.
That was season 11.
Maybe this is the start of something new. We've seen a lot of this being a pattern here at MPL ID Season 14. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you to game number 1 in this highlighted match of the day. A way to close this out, a way to prove who is number 1. Is it Bigetron Alpha or is it RRQ?
It is going to be the first game. Who will take that game? But man, Melissa Inspire. Let's see, will this inspire the side of RRQ for game 1?
Miracle gets really triggered if Melissa doesn't go Inspire.
Yeah, I get angry. I get angry, real angry whenever the Melissa takes something else because, yeah, I mean, look at this. I just really like Melissa. I mean, Melissa's such a good laner too. Roger is up there when it comes to laning, but Melissa has ways to zone. And the weakness is usually you get ganked. You're very, very vulnerable on the Melissa, especially when you go Inspire. As long as RRQ play around it, it should be good. This should be strong side up top until the turtle spawns in.
We do see 2 Purifiers on the side of Bigetron Alpha as well. Meanwhile, RRQ all opted to go for Flicker. Will this affect them in the long run?
I think for the Flickers, it'll be good for them. They need more playmaking. Ooh, some damage. The mid lane, Moreno, Purify is a good option though to go for.
Meanwhile, Emblems?
Some Master Assassin picked up there. Some good damage from Iman over to Skylar, especially if Skylar doesn't have the Inspire. Couldn't see the rest of the emblems earlier, but don't worry.
There goes Gotcha.
Okay, there we go. So first of all, Blood for the Phobias and the Agility wants to participate in these fights. And it does seem like for Tsutujin, he opted to go for the Rupture, wanted to go for more penetration in these fights. Fairness, Inspire. Ooh. Usually you see more of that defensive tool, but seems Moreno wants to deal as much damage as possible and be there for the team as much as possible to use the Netherrealm. That is a QC on Moreno too. We usually see Lethal Ignition or Impure Rage.
Rings secure clear the mid, so no 4 for Iraq. But Tsujin here, very aggressive and finds the neutral objective. And take a look at the Flicker preemptively. Tyron finds the penalty zone, and that's first blood for the Kings of Kings.
At such a high-stakes game like this, I forgot how loud and how crazy the supporters from RRQ can get. And the fact that they were able to set up first, Tsujin getting the turtle, the crowd erupts.
Absolutely, the Retry win and an amazing play from Dyron. Penalty zone and the Flicker. That was a prediction from Dyron to predict the movement coming in from Mr. Ken. That second skill. Whoa.
Look at the an audience prediction here. English. Oh, Bigetron, Indo.
Oh, man.
English in no battle. English in no battle.
Oh, what do we do? What do you do?
Don't worry.
Ranger Mas is addressing us right now.
We
Sorry, guys.
don't have our voice in the speaker, so we can't even respond.
Yeah, it's not fair. Okay, let's get back into the game here. 3 minutes in. We did see a rotation earlier coming in from both of these teams. Again, like this gold lane is going to be very important. And you know, fun fact, by the way, these are the 2 top gold laners with the highest GPM.
That's a catch from Key, but Tsujin has enough energy to get out.
Good move. That's a Flicker as well, by the way, from Super Luke. Didn't notice it earlier. Usually we see the Vengeance. Super Luke is one of the only Phobiases who have been able to utilize the Flicker. yes, you can escape from these ganks, but in these fights, when you don't have the Vengeance, you're not as tanky. I think now it actually makes sense because he has a Mathilda to get him out and also a Netherrealm. So there's already layers of HP to help him in these skirmishes.
I thought because they had the Mathilda that he would opt for Vengeance instead, right? I mean, people are talking about how Phoveus is a very committing type of hero, right? Once you go in, it's really difficult for you to get out, and maybe that's why the Flicker goes in. But with the Guiding Wind, I guess more playmaking potential that he has, right?
Penalty zone?
Early one. That's a pull from the I'm Offended. Take a look at the crowd control Super Luke is receiving. Another round popped as well. Rin's now in trouble. Will Super Luke be able to find the kill? The cover is there, but the damage will be enough to take Rin's down. Super Luke solo kills him. Now it's going to be an all-out brawl. He is there in the middle of the fight trying to find protection, but Super Luke falls instead. It's going to be Amon here, almost taken down, still surviving. Guiding Wind to safety. Moreno though, stunned up. Now Tsutsugen coming in, Cutthroat available, no need for that Cutthroat. Tsutsugen secures the kill.
That's a 2-for-1 trade, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of RRQ right now. And the fact is, despite everyone being so low, Tsutsugen, the main man, has not participated in this turtle dance just yet. And now that he's here, Bigetron, they're taking their dear time, they're thinking about this, they don't want to make a mistake.
See, Bigetron trying to flame control in that turtle's area. Tsutsugen receives a lot of damage. Super can clutch retribution now. RRQ. They are not going to fight, but Super Luke, he is low-key forcing. Fight Skylar though. Well, there you go. He wants no business. Both teams disengaging.
The Infernal Pursuit might as well be renamed to the Endless Pursuit because Super Luke continues to just go in every single time, and even up against Tsutsugen, someone so mobile, he's unable to escape from this chase again.
Byron, is this the right move? Good airborne, but now with the Infernal Pursuit, Super Luke will be able to control that ult. Purple buff contest, question mark. Bigetron seems like they are in setup for that contest now in the backside. Tsutsugen pressured. Oh my goodness, another round popped. Penalty zone as well. Now the damage from the side of Super Luke will not be enough to take anyone down. It's going to be Super Luke punished, and that will be their only sole casualty. Never mind. King taken down as well.
That's a 2-0 trade, and RQ, Tsutsugen still able to get that purple buff.
They failed at their task. It was just taking the purple buff away. That would have been worth it, in my opinion, if it's actually traded for Key and Super Luke. But even then, Tsutsugen winning out the Red Tree battle, Supercan unable to steal it away. So now it becomes an overwhelming lead for RRQ. Yes, it's just a 400 gold lead, but look at the map pressure they can put right after that win. It is top lane, tier 1 going down. Fanny in the bottom lane getting the turret too. Bigetron Alpha. This is bad for them. That's a 1,000 gold lead that is building up for RRQ Hoshi, who has a Melissa who can scale.
And unfortunately for Bigetron Alpha right now, that tower in the bottom lane is going to fall as well. So they're working on a -2 amount of structures right now. And RRQ, they're pushing the tempo once again as this turtle will be spawning real soon. Are there any power spikes that we should be aware of from Bigetron Alpha?
Yeah, it's the mid-game power spike. Even though RRQ have the lead, Bigetron should still have that power spike window.
Recircling Eagle finds Rins, forced to use the Flicker. Super Luke doll is targeting him. Flicker out. Another round popped. Now it's going to be Super Luke eyeing on Tsutsugen. Cables into the middle of the turtle. Tsutsugen finds the turtle. It's going to be heat up now, being traded. Super Luke receives a lot of damage. Amon from the flanks. Will he be able to find the impact? He finds one. Looking for more. Dyron receives a lot of damage with Reno. And Skylar will find the double. Super Luke will be the trade, but that is Bigetron responding.
Was that worth it? 4 members from the side of RRQ get taken down. Sure, this time Tsutsugen is able to pick up that newt, but 4 members, Mirko.
Absolutely not. Oh, shout out to Ray's boy. Maybe you should ask him, Eternal. Why don't you ask him?
Was that worth it, Coach?
Coach
Ray's boy.
Coach Ray's boy. I know you're not with the team anymore, but it seems you still have that jersey. Is it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Yo. Yes. Yes.
What's that?
Whoa.
Is he swapping?
Construction?
Huh?
Hats?
Whoa. Is this a BTR construction worker? You've seen RRQ with the construction workers. It seems BTR are on the rebuild themselves. Look at that.
Ray's boy, man.
Yeah, he's just having fun.
He's a character right there, man. Shout out to Ray's Boy. But yeah, no, it was not worth it for RRQ. Losing 4 members for the neutral objective.
Yikes.
They only got Luke back, and Luke is 1 and 3. So yeah, not a lot of big bounties on him. Remember though, Bigetron Alpha, this is their power spike. Like I said, this is the mid-game power spike that they can actually take to control the game. RRQ can play it a bit later, so they shouldn't really be committing that much into these fights. When they get the turtle, they should just back away and respect Bigetron Alpha's window.
All right, so are we assuming that Skylar is the person that we're waiting on?
Yes.
For RRQ?
And he's very close already to that golden staff. Once he gets it, oh, that's gonna hurt.
Factor spent. Edok now with I'm Offended. Purify from Moreno. Netherrealm as well. Big resources spent from side of Bigetron Alpha. RRQ. They will just take the purple buff and take a look at Fanny. Already top lane.
But remember, after all that is said and done, Bigetron were still able to pick up that tower in the top lane. So a little bit of value, a little bit of trading for them. Wait a second.
Edok half HP. This is not good. As Sutsujin now joining the fray. Super Ken finding the turtle, but Super Luke. Well, we'll find Edok. He will be traded though, but Dyron with a penalty zone desperately. Damage will be enough to take him down. Super Ken barely survives 2 for 1 plus Lord for the Red Robots.
It looks like Bigetron are bouncing back from that early... What would you call that?
Early stumble?
Early stumble. Yeah, let's say it that way. Early stumble. And they are able to pick up this first Lord. Only losing a member, only losing Super Luke, which is just according to plan, according to business.
Yeah, absolutely. We do see that power spike though. Oh, Sutsujin, I'm not sure about this.
2v1. The damage with the cutthroats. Great calculation by Sutsujin.
Super Ken got schooled on his own pick. That's the Fanny he was known for. Well played, Sutsujin. That should actually delay a lot of these pushes. And yeah, they're dealing with the Lord really well. Bigetron Alpha still wanting to go for more though.
Same Super Luke trying to chunk Edok.
They can't go for anything. This is a Lord that is useless.
Wow.
RRQ Hoshi.
Not even the mid.
Beautifully controlled. Very instinctive as well by Sutsujin. Very intelligent. It looks like they should be able to defend this mid-tier turret as well. Looks like Bigetron are now looking into the side lanes. You do see that Amon has been pushed back to the top to control that lane, perhaps looking for another turret under the nose of RRQ. Look at Sutsujin again.
Oh. He's eyeing. He has one target in this game, and that is Super Ken.
It's getting real personal now, Sutsujin. I wonder what he has against Super Ken on the Fanny too, but because they actually take control of the bottom side of the map, this gives the opportunity for BTR to actually take a... one more shot from the cannon minion. Unfortunately, no, they don't get the turret, but it is very, very low. Replay.
There's a replay. I think Dyron was caught isolated.
No,
this was the replay, yeah. It's a 2v1 initially, but recalculation there by Sutsujin. Dyron, he's alright.
Yeah. On the turret side, I don't think BTR should be overcommitting anyways towards him. They're still holding the gold lead, and I would say mid-game power spike is still with them. It is 12 to 14 minutes that they have.
Another round popped. Super Luke here, half HP. Sutsujin in the fray, and that is a knock, a huge one for Super Luke, and he is down. 4v5 RRQ, what will they do to convert this advantage?
That's a big question right now. If we compare levels, it looks like that Sutsujin level... Oh, what? Edok? What happened?
It's not wise. He thought he has space, but now it's a 4v4. Bigetron, they might actually shift their gears to gear 5. Let's see though, purple buff contest. Sutsujin not spotted. He eyeing on that bush, and Sutsujin needs to reposition. Byron receiving a lot of damage. Amon now as well. Yeah, I don't think they can force this. Lord is up.
Are they trying to force that Sutsujin retry?
They're not able to. Sutsujin still has retry, so in the end, BTR don't get anything, but they do get Edok earlier. A little bit of map pressure, map control. Bottom lane is slow pushing. They'll have to handle the mid lane and the top lane too, but I don't think we've ever seen this 13 minutes, and we still have tier 1 turrets up.
I don't know. Wind of Nature now secured in for Skylar.
That's going to be big, knowing that there's going to be a lot of physical damage.
Oh my goodness, the knock up. He made a mistake, and RRQ, they're definitely there to punish him. Let's see though, 4v5 RRQ. They will take their time. Bottom side, they will clear that lane first.
Yeah, this is a problem, right? RRQ with Sutsujin on the Fanny should be able to control that far lane a lot easier. They do have the Nolan, but the fact that The Fanny with the purple buff and the seal cables. That mobility is insane. Let's see the execution.
Want to pull the trigger. You don't receive a lot of damage, and that is the NetherRealm not able to save Superken. Sutsujin will find Iman as Iman collecting the shutdown and the killing spree, looking for the double. Smells the triple wins. Good Terrified Eternal Guard. The front side win of nature by Skylar. Perfectly timed as well. And that is RRQ surviving with 2.
Again, they pick up the neutral objective, but they lose so many members in the process that looks like BTR still have control over the map.
Yeah, it's always back and forth. When RRQ get the neutral objective, it's BTR with the win in a team fight. When BTR get the neutral objective, it's RRQ. Great displacements utilized there. Skylar, he should be at his item power spike. I mean, looking behind me, he is already on the way to that Melphic Roar too. So this Melissa is going to start to really hurt. And this is the window slowly but surely closing for BTR. Yes, they'll still have a lot of different angles to attack from, but it'll come down to pure execution. This advantage they had in these team fights will slowly but surely actually dissipate. Meanwhile, for RRQ, it's a growing threat for Skylar. He still hasn't reached that Melphic Roar. Once he does, it's going to be scary. The Fanny, Anti-Curus, and Nolan too. Respect from both of these junglers towards each other, having a defensive item in the fray.
Sutsujin?
Shouldn't be.
Sutsujin has the calculation. Being a distraction here while the other members are taking the tier 1 mid.
Really good distraction. Oh, wait. Do they know where Superken is?
No, I think they spot him.
do.
Now I'll take a look at the pincer move. Good. Disengage in the backside though, Sutsujin. Yeah, that's the cover. Bigetron and RRQ, they're reading each other out.
Wow. That's some great stuff right there. And it does look like right now, it's just going to be both teams setting up again. There's not much they can do at this point of the game. No purple buffs. There are purple buffs, and there certainly will be a fight for the... Oh, massive power spike there for Skylar. Getting the Melphic Roar. Edok! Ooh, man, these are some margins at both reads upon reads upon reads.
Oh my goodness, has enough energy there to cable out of that situation.
I think timings of these resources are going to be very important when they go in for that 5v5, right? Because technically Skylar now with that power spike with the Malefic Roar as well can also use that as a way to outplay. Oh, that's so close. He barely gets out. Moreno picks up the Divine Glaive. Will that help the NetherRealm later on?
Yeah, it'll definitely help with the scaling, but really it's more for damage. At this point of the game, Moreno's going to have to dip inside of these team fights too. He can't just be playing utility like he has been in the last few fights. He's just been playing for the NetherRealms to save his team. He's going to have to start poking too, especially finishing. I think that's the main point here for Moreno. Skylar has the win of nature, so all of the other damage isn't going to do it, isn't going to take Skylar down. Moreno's going to have to find the timing, and it's going to be really tough because he has a Purify, not a Flicker, to actually execute Skylar with the magic damage.
It's a lot of pressure. Oh, Sutsujin again?
The mid lane. He is trying to tank some of that damage. So now, with the Sutsujin recalling, that's a pull. I'm offended, King! He didn't even have time to push his Flicker for the 5. Now, Bigetron, what will they do? RRQ rushing towards the Lord, but not rushing to really delete this Lord down. Let's see here, Bigetron. What will they do here, being a man down?
They have a man advantage here. RRQ, do they not want to blitz this?
Still tough.
Oh, trying to. Okay, Edok. Okay, Flicker, I'm offended. Does not connect, but penalty zone as well. This might be a window. Bigetron, can they respond? Moreno with the flank. Super Luke trying to just distract the members of RRQ. Sutsujin comes to clutch with the Lord take. Edok loses immortality and his life. Super Ken with that kill. Super Luke, though, receives a lot of damage. Skylar in trouble. Amon finds the double.
That's a 3-4-0 trade, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the exact same story. Sutsujin picks up the Lord, but they have to lose 3 members in the process.
Wow, that was... Man, these fights are razor sharp from both these teams. RRQ getting the dub. The Lord will spawn, I think, in the bottom wave.
Let's see. That's an airborne just on towards, or just from Kedua. The Lord, now will it be relevant? I don't think so. And Bigetron, they need to blitz to take this Lord down, though.
There's no purple buff on Sutsujin, so that's an angle they can go for. Sutsujin, I don't think you should... Oh, man. Oh, they
Yeah.
don't check, they don't check. Oh. Okay. Will they check? No.
No. Precision will not show as well. Now they need to clear other lanes.
That was just a peculiar chain of events, right? Because before they even went in for the Lord, Key was already picked off. They literally guiding winded into the I'm offended from RRQ, and Key was picked off. Luckily, they didn't go together, but wait a second.
Another round to save Luke's life. Hiding Wind finds 3, but no follow-up damage, and Tyron survives. Tsujin finds the cutthroat. Does not find the kill. It is actually Amon with the Wind Talker. Now Edok isolated. Amon secures the double. Looking for triple. Let's take a look at Tyron one by one. Members of RRQ isolated and taken out.
They need to clear the wave. They need to clear the lane. Is it possible they're looking for an end angle here? There's still 70 seconds left for the Lord to spawn. They do have enough time to at least take these structures.
They can do it. They honestly can. RRQ though, they're gonna stop it. They're gonna try it.
Renton Skylar. Oh my goodness. Good night, RRQ. Skylar though is the Melissa. Will be able to clear the waves. No problem, Super Luke. Too aggressive. Wind Nature will not save his life from Moreno. And that will be a wipeout for the Red Robots.
7 seconds on Sutsujin though. I don't think they'll be able to end, but they will be able to take the purple buff away. Oh, 2 seconds, just Sutsujin.
Let's see. They want to blitz this Lord and turret. Tsujin is up. Looking for the cables. Another round. Turret lock, question mark. Good stun! What? That's a clear from Tsujin.
He saved the game! Sutsujin single-handedly saved the game with that play. He wasn't looking for the kill. All he needed to do was clear out those minions.
Oh, careful. Edok now receives a lot of damage. Tsujin though. That's, oh my goodness, Amon. Wind of Nature, Edok and Darren, crowd control, immortality bot. And that is the guiding win to safety.
That was close. He was brought back in. And that was nearly catastrophic. Luckily, the guiding wind from Key was still there to save him. Again, it's basically pixels at this point.
Sutsujin, what are you made of, you absolute disgusting player? What was that? That was some nasty stuff that he did. Man, and Mon too, gotta give props to him. What was that decision to go in, and he survived somehow, swapping the Wind of Nature out. He has a Wind of Nature on a Roger. You don't get the full duration on the Roger with the Wind of Nature. But yes, you can utilize that to try to outplay Eman. Now on the Immortality, actually. Did he sell the Wind of Nature? I think he did. He still has the Immortality. All right, now it's a fight. It does seem like RRQ have the advantage with the far lane pushed up, but Super Luke is posturing up.
Super Luke committed as well now. Oh, Skylar, half HP. Super Luke finds it in Inferno Pursuit. Now in the backside is actually the Lord. Sutsujin finds it. Now Skylar repositioning, RRQ concealing, running for the hills. Amon though, he smells blood. Good Purifier looking for Iron, and he will fall surely. He was hugging the turret, but the Lord in the top lane. Oh my goodness, Moreno. Miscalculation. Tyron with the flicker. Tyron, stop it, and there you go. There he goes. Bigetron though, they need to take care of the Lord top lane.
That was huge. That was an outplay. That was a lot of time bots. But look at this.
I'm offended onto it too, and that will find Skylar Edok. Immortality, irrelevant. Now the turret lock from the Red Robots, Kings of Kings. Back to the drawing board.
They lead the series, ladies and gentlemen. Bigetron Alpha, the final boss battle for RRQ. But remember,